All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Tuesday night. We got sports to talk about right here on the Real Sports Podcast. All right, man. Thank you so much for being here, right here, watching us do our thing, man. This is the Real Sports Podcast, your destination for analysis and opinions on anything and everything sports related. So you guys go ahead and hit that thumbs up and that subscribe button, turn on that bell for all notifications. You can even follow us on all social media platforms. Short and sweet platforms. All right, man. Y'all know who this guy is. Y'all seen him at least what? See what we in. This is episode 253. So you done missed 5. That's like what, 248, Mark? Damn.
Something like that.
Jesus. So let's just say you almost seen him 250 times in the past 3 years. Holy smoke, ladies and gentlemen, he is the pioneer of the Real Sports Podcast, the last man standing, the Royal Rumble winner, the loyal champion of the world. But he represents the 3-time Super Bowl champion. I'm talking about our Las Vegas Raiders. Vegas Raiders, baby. And he is Oklahoma State's alumni. Go Pokes.
Already know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the very talented Mr. Young Mark.
What's going on, people? Just want to take the time out to say RIP to the legend, Chris Mortensen. We lost on Sunday.
Absolutely.
True legend of the business. One of the reasons why I wanted to chase my dream of becoming a sports journalist was watching him every day on ESPN. And how ironic is it, 30 years ago this year at the 1994 NFL draft, one of the most iconic sound bites in draft history was born when the Colts GM said, "Who the hell is Mel Kiper?"
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The reporter who was holding a microphone to record that legendary soundbite was Chris Mortensen.
I remember that.
So, RIP to the legend, man. Definitely will be missed.
Absolutely, man. Pioneer. 72 years old. 72 years old.
Yeah, man.
Pioneer legend. It's short from everybody call him Mort.
Yeah.
Forever missed, man. Again, man, a big influence. Big influence, man. And the great journalist. Boy, these legends is falling. Legends is falling. Good gracious. Shout out and condolences to the Mortensen family. All right, man, Mark, this is Tuesday night. Y'all know how it is on Tuesday night, man. We got sports to talk about. So let's jump on in this thing here. And why y'all let it still hit that thumbs up for us. You know what I mean? Still, come on now.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man. Them thumbs up been a little shady past couple months now. I ain't been saying nothing. Y'all gotta give us some thumbs up, man. I'm telling you. The more thumbs up, hey, tell them, Mark.
It's like I always say. I mean, literally, where else, anywhere in media, whether it's Spotify, cable television, YouTube, literally there is no other sports program anywhere in the world that gives you the wide buffet of sports coverage like we give you at the Real Sports Podcast. WWE, NASCAR, NFL, UFL, Canadian Football League, NBA, hockey, MLB, we cover it all. Like, where else do you need to go?
Mm.
Sports Center don't even give you this much coverage
That's what
anymore.
I'm saying. Anything you want, we got it.
You already know.
Anything that you need, we got it. Anything at alone. Leave that alone. But yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. It's very important. The thumbs up, it really helps us out greatly, man. And there's no money involved, nothing like that. It's just what it is. It's just YouTube will push this more around the world. And push it more around the world. So thumbs up is much appreciated here. All right, Mark, let's jump on to this basketball court here. Let's talk some basketball real quick, man. Looks like we got a good showdown Friday, I believe. Friday. But anyway, we got the Kia MVP ladder, and it's between Jason Tatum versus Luka Doncic. Luka. The showdown takes place in the stage. March begins with the juicy Kia MVP matchup in Boston. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets continue to roll out the West, of course. But setting the stage this week is the showdown at TD Garden on Friday at 7:30 that pits arguably the two most polarizing candidates of this season's MVP race against one another, with Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics hosting the Luka-led Dallas Mavericks. The matchup represents the 10th all-time between the stars in a series that's tied 5-5. Ooh, woo. And it also provides an opportunity for the players to bolster their respective candidacies during a high-stakes clash in front of a national audience. Tatum leads what should be a well-rested Boston squad with the commanding lead in the East, looking for its 10th consecutive win. But the idea of Tatum embodying the argument that the best player on the league's top team deserves viability as an MVP candidate has held up as strongly as expected, which is true. That's largely due to statistical comparisons between the 25-year-old and the rest of the top five in the Kia race to the MVP ladder. But let's not ignore that Tatum sits on a career high in assists with 4.9 and a career high tying field goal percentage with 47.5, which is pretty good. Not to mention improved three-point shooting from last season. He went from 36.1 in 2023 and now he's posting 35. No, I'm sorry. He went from 35% in 2022 to now 36.1. So it got up a little bit. Okay. Doncic is entering into his contest at number 7 in the Western Conference, having lost 2 of his last 3 games historically. No player has ever captured MVP for a team seeded 7th or worse. Just 3 players, Joker, Russell Westbrook, and Karl Malone, won from a team finishing 6th. So all that blase. Mark, right now, MVP. It looks like it's going to be between Luka and Jason Tatum. Who do you got favorite? Who is your guy between these two?
First, I just want to say it sucks that the person who I really thought was going to win,
Philly G.
Did what he typically does and gets hurt and vanishes off the face of the earth. But I guess that's just part of the process in Philadelphia. But, what's going on, Philly G? How you doing?
Man?
He hurt, bro. I mean, stop me if you heard that before. Joel Embiid, magical talent, hurt.
Come on, man.
Hey, Philly G, it's all love, bro. I got to get to that in a minute. But no, see, me personally, I take the definition of most valuable player literally, where if I take this player away from this team, what are they going to do without him?
Yeah.
And I feel like if you take Jason Tatum out of Boston, the Celtics might still be all right. Yeah. With Porzingis and with Jaylen Brown and the rest of the gang, I think they'd be pretty okay.
Yeah.
But you take Luka out of Dallas, man. That's ain't nothing left.
Absolutely.
They got PJ Washington, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
based
yeah. They do got
on
PJ. That's crazy. They do got PJ. Y'all
yep.
got oh yeah, that's right. He took him from y'all. Oh, that's dirty, Dallas Hornets fan. That's in the heart for you.
Hey, yeah, I was hurt when the Hornets still lost to Philadelphia without Joel Embiid. I was pretty hurt about that. But yeah, man, just I think it's got to go to Luca out of the remaining candidates. You know, be cool to see LeBron get another one before he hangs it up, but the LeBron standard's kind of hard to meet. So just based off of the criteria, like I said, of like most valuable player, given how you take Luka out of Dallas and it's not much left, and also given the fact that he's been pretty consistent, he's been balling all year, hasn't missed too much crazy times. You know, you got that 65 game requirement for these awards now. So yeah, just based off of all that criteria, I got to go with Luka, the
You
guy
know,
who couldn't beat the Charlotte Hornets.
true. And you know, if Luca wins the MVP, it'll be three. The last three winners will be all from Europe. No, from yeah, all be foreigners, non American.
Yeah.
Because the Joel won, then the Joker won, and then Luca win. That look bad on USA, bro. That looks terrible.
See, will it look bad on us? Really, and the reason I mentioned that when you watch the NBA draft every year, host,
Hmm?
you don't really see a whole lot of American players really getting drafted some years. Like it's
No, you
really
don't.
just like a lot of people from
European.
overseas
Hmm.
getting drafted. And I ain't gonna hold you. I put a lot of blame on that on one of your favorite teams, the Dream Team from back in the day, because literally with Mike and all those guys on that team, putting on the performance they did at the Olympics in front of the world, it caught the rest of the world up to basketball. So now everybody else in their mama all over the world is able to play basketball at an incredibly high level, thanks to seeing Jordan and Kobe, Shaq and LeBron and all those guys. So the
Right.
rest of the world is caught up. So, but yeah,
It-
what you said is pretty interesting. I'm looking at the list now. That's why I'm off. But
yeah, the last three, man, is
it
not
go beyond
on
that. Can
America.
you name the last American to win MVP?
What
Putting you on
was
the
it?
spot.
Westbrook?
No, you're close though. It wasn't Westbrook.
James.
Yep, James Harden in 2017 was the
Yeah.
last American-born MVP.
God
Prior to that, you went on a 10 win streak from '07 to 2017. It was all Americans, but now 2018 through 2022, it's all players born outside of the U.S. You had
yeah,
Giannis back to back,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Jokic back to back, and
yeah,
Embiid last year.
yeah. Step up, USA. Step up, bro. Damn.
Hey, don't worry. If LaMelo Ball can stay healthy, he'll bring it home.
He got to stay healthy, bro. He got to stay healthy.
Yeah, yeah.
That could, if not, bro, his stock is gonna go now. It's already going. It's dwindling, but it's gonna be really really bad for him. It's gonna be really bad. He gonna need his pops again.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that
getting
man
bad.
been MIA lately. I can't
Yeah,
remember the
yeah,
last time I heard from him.
yeah. And Lamelo got to come back. I mean, I'm talking about when he come back, bro. He got to come back strong. I'm talking about putting up
For real.
30s, big, like because he got a nice squad now. Y'all did pretty good in the trades. You got a pretty nice squad. I sent you that and number one defense in the league right now, bro. Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. They just missing that one guy. They're missing that one guy, bro. And I guarantee you that one guy come. Here you go, coming up the ladder. Because y'all could beat Atlanta. Y'all could beat Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all can beat a couple teams in these. I believe you can beat the Heat. I believe that.
To be honest, the Miami Heat are to me what the Steelers are in football, man. I just can't stand them.
Yeah, aggravating. They just keep
every time my team makes the playoffs, who they run into?
yeah,
Damn Miami Heat.
Miami Heat all the time. They are so aggravating. But one thing about Jimmy Buckets, he turns it on second half.
Yeah.
He does do that. He does do that. Drew to the game. What's up, Drew? He only injured to spend more time with the lady. Just food for thought.
What's going on, Drew?
Drew to the game is in the building. You know, Jason Tatum, he got to win this. You know, his team is clicking. Only thing that's missing, I mean, he won an All-Star MVP, but who cares about that? I mean, he's mentioned.
Don't get host started, yo. Don't get him started.
Who cares about that mess? But he's an All-Star MVP. Okay. He hasn't won a scoring title, I believe. So that's probably next on his list. But the biggest thing is an NBA title. He was there. He made it there. But he didn't win it. Now, an MVP would look good on his resume, and then, you know, he actually could get an NBA title this year. But I mean, come on, man. Boston is so good that they're so bad. They're good regular season. I mean, they beat you to death in the regular season, but man, it's just the playoffs, man. They just can't get it done. They just cannot get it done in the playoffs. But if Jaylen Brown, you got to step up a little bit more. I mean, those two right there. I like Devin White. I like Boston. They are from head to toe, bro. They got a squad. They got a squad. But I would kind of go on Luke on this. I wouldn't want Tatum because I think it's like a big distraction to Tatum, man. Tatum,
I feel like we talked about it on the show before. Winning the league MVP is cool, but winning that championship means a lot more.
It's better, yeah.
When Joker didn't win the MVP, he turned that into fuel to go on to win the title.
Yeah.
Which, you know, always holds more significance. Just like Deuce.
Yeah.
But I feel like if Tatum were to win the MVP, it would have the same effect on him that it had on Joel. Yeah, it's cool, but what do you do when it really matters the most? You know what I'm saying? That should be his main goal right now than winning the league MVP.
And that's what I said about Joel year before last. Something like that. He was like it was like he was playing for an MVP. Now, bro, you need to play for a championship. Tatum, I think he's playing for a championship. His team is best team in the NBA. I don't think about Tatum, man. When it gets down to crunch time and, you know, him got to take the last shot or whatever or do what he got to do, he just gets sloppy. He's just like he just forces it every single time. The ball's in his head with a couple seconds left. He just gets sloppy. He really got to work on that. He was trained by the great Kobe Bryant. I hope the guy get it though. I like Tatum. I like both of them. I like Luka. Luka's man, Luka ball it out, bro.
Yeah.
Luka ball it out, man. I like him, man. I like both of them. I wouldn't mind whoever get the MVP. It sucks that Joel, you know, got hurt. He's just sloppy he does. He does, Philly G. He does. Tatum, man. I was like, God damn, man. Like he just get too, I don't know, too overwhelmed or what, man. I've seen him a couple crunch times. Ain't get it done, bro. Ain't get it done. Philly G said we just beat Luka and Kyrie without Embiid. And Kyrie, we just beat Luka and Kyrie.
They just beat the Mavs. You tend to forget sometimes that Kyrie plays for Dallas too.
Yeah, man. See, both of them got a good sidekick. Jaylen Brown with Tatum, Kyrie with Luka. Okay, both of them got good sidekicks. I think Tatum still has the bigger advantage because, you know, Jaylen Brown's a bigger guy than Kyrie. But man, I wouldn't be whoever win, man. I wouldn't even care. I mean, I'm not like that, but I'm just saying, like, both of them deserve it. Both of them deserve. Both of them are balling out. So I wouldn't be mad at that. So, but I'm gonna slide on Tatum just a little bit. But he has to show me a little bit more, bro. I mean, I want to see that killer in Jason. That killer, bro. Like, because he's gonna get ready. This is second half, bro. He won 10 in a row, but and they went on a long ass streak early this season, like 20 games in a row or something like they had won. But I want to see that killer because I'm telling you, teams are coming at him. They're finna get ready to come out. Everybody, every team in the NBA, especially over in the Eastern Conference, they're finna get ready to make a run. Even the Pistons. Everybody finna try to make a run to try to knock cats off.
You said even the who?
Even the Pistons. But the Pistons ain't going nowhere. No, what I'm saying is they're going to try to.
Yeah, Bryce Young going to be in the playoffs next year. All right.
Well, what the Pistons going to try to do, they're going to try to be spoilers. Everybody going to be everybody from goddamn from 8 down are going to be trying to. Well, I say 10 down. Trying to be spoilers.
Playing.
Yeah, playing, right. so they're gonna be spoilers, man. Even your Hornets. The Hornets still got a shot. Everybody got a shot right now. Thanks to that play-in. Everybody got a shot right now. Right now we speak. At 7:37 p.m. Eastern time. Everybody has a shot at the playoffs. That play-in is everybody still swimming down there. Them sharks still swimming. So hey, Charlotte can make that run, bro. I'm with y'all.
You more optimistic than me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I can't say the same about my Spurs. Dead in the water. Women can't do it by itself, bro.
Wemby couldn't even do the All-Star weekend. I don't want to hear.
Yeah, I know. I know, man. I didn't represent West. Oh my God, he should have got Tim Duncan down there to do that. Jesus, old Tim Duncan would have did better than that.
You think Tim still got it in him?
Yeah, why not? David Robinson, somebody. Tiago Splitter. Where's Tiago Splitter at? Good Lord. Terrible, man. But hey, like I said, everybody got a shot. The slate is clean, brother. We gonna see. MVP, let's go, Jason Tatum. Let's go Tatum. And I wouldn't mind.
For Jay on the track, let's go, Luka.
And it's time for Boston Celtics to get a. They should have had a championship, but it's they're really overdue. They're really overdue.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, speaking of Boston winning the title, I kid you not, probably one of the biggest letdowns I've ever had, like, from a sports team that isn't my own. One of the biggest letdowns I had was Boston not even getting to the conference finals when they got Kemba. Like, I just knew when they traded for Kemba out of Charlotte, well, I just knew they was going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. It's Kemba freaking Walker, like the ultimate microwave, the ultimate floor general.
Yeah.
And when they couldn't do it with him, man, I was like, yo, that's such a letdown, man.
Serious mid-range jumper. Serious mid-range. Ooh, that crossover
he can kill
step
you from
back.
anywhere.
Ooh,
anywhere
what
in the
you
court.
talking about? Boy, he was
literally a microwave, yo.
Pop.
Cash money.
Ooh, cash. That jump shot was, man, what? Kemba used to eat him at UConn with that jump shot. Just mid-range. He crossed you up, mid-range pop. Bye.
That was the last great player, in my opinion, to come out of New York. Come out of New York City.
Kemba was the truth, bro. Still is.
Playing overseas now, man.
Yeah. Still is, bro. Oh man, he lost your mind, but Kemba Walker?
Bro, tell me I'm lying. I really thought they were gonna go to at least the Eastern Conference Finals with him.
With a guy like that.
Plus Tatum, plus Jaylen Brown, like, man.
That's the big three right there, but I don't know what happened, bro.
Kemba was never the same. The moment he left the 704, he was literally not the same.
He went to the Knicks, trash.
The Knicks cut him, benched him.
Yeah.
Just literally, as soon as he left his superpowers in Charlotte, and they just didn't follow him.
Oh man, so much talent with Kemba Walker, bro.
He never lied.
Haven't won the title since '83. Some of the Sixers. Sixers.
I thought he was talking about us.
Nah, that was old Dr. J when they beat the Lakers. He got one on Magic. Dr. J did. With Moses.
Young folks don't know about Dr. J.
Dr. J, Moses, Maurice Cheeks. Yeah, all of they got Sixers is, but the Sixers went that 0-1 when AL took them. I mean, It was just ghosts ever since, bro. It was
I
ghosts
feel
ever
like if they would have
since.
played anybody else from the West that year, but
Mhm.
LA, they could have won in 01.
And they could have. Yeah, they could have. They could have. Philly's overdue. But Boston, I say Boston because they got what 17. They
Yeah,
have 17 titles. Damn.
I think more so with Boston, like with Philly, they had to go through that rebuilding period, especially like post AI. But with Boston, man, they draft well. They got all the talent up there. Just
Yeah.
can't win when it
Shout
matters.
out to Danny Ainge, man. Danny Ainge did a great job when he was in.
Yeah,
He did a great job. Now Brad Stevens is doing pretty good. Brad
yeah.
Stevens is doing pretty good, man.
Surprisingly, I ain't gonna lie
Yeah,
to you.
me too. Me too. I didn't think you'll do good, bro.
I didn't think that transition was gonna be that smooth. You know what
What
I
you
mean?
talking about? I didn't think so either. That team, that was a team in '01. We got everything but the championship. It's true.
That
You
was what
want
they
a
called
record?
their documentary too.
Yeah. You want a hell of a regular season. I
Yeah.
remember that '01 because they beat the Bucks in the Eastern Conference. I think it was the Bucks. The Bucks or the Raptors, one of them. But goddamn, you talking about a good Eastern Conference series. But AI was unconscious. That dude, boy,
Man,
he
you
was
want to talk about a
unconscious.
killer, bro?
Killer. That Allen Iverson, boy.
Yo,
Woo. Jeez.
when you look up the word killer in the basketball dictionary, you gonna see Mike, AI, and Kobe. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
Throw some Reggie Miller in there too.
Hey, throw Westbrook in there also, but I'm saying like the top three, like the creme de la creme of killers
Larry
in
Bird.
basketball
Yeah.
history,
Oh yeah. AI boy. Jesus.
especially
That
'01
dude.
AI, bro. Like,
Sheesh. Yeah. I think it was Ray Allen in the Bucks when they had the purple and teal. The purple and teal.
the
The
throwbacks.
Glenn
Yeah,
Robinson was the big dog. Glenn Robinson and Tim Thomas. Yeah. They had a squad too, man. But man,
that
Philly,
was back when
Philly
the
was
All Star game meant something, wasn't it?
bam,
Let me stop.
bam.
Let me stop. I ain't
But
gonna.
AI was a killer, bro. He was a killer, man. Ah, dang. Overdue. Overdue.
Yeah.
Overdue. Overdue.
Shout out Newport News one time.
Newport News, baby. Bubba Chug. Bubba Chug. All right, man. Let's go from the hard court to the gridiron. And one of the biggest things that's going on in the NFL right now this day, and I'm talking about Russell Hustle Wilson. Oh my goodness. The Broncos have informed quarterback Russell Wilson that he will be released. The Russell Wilson era in Denver is over after just 2 seasons. The Broncos informed the veteran quarterback on Monday that they will release him after the start of the new league year on March 13th. On behalf of the Broncos, we thank Russell for his contributions and dedication to our team and community while wishing him the best as he continues his career, General Manager George Patton and Coach Sean Payton said in joint statement. He said this, of course, as we move forward, we are focused on building the strongest team possible for the 2024 season and beyond. We are excited to improve this offseason, and we will have the flexibility to get better through the draft and free agency. This is reported by Ian Rappaport. Wilson thanked the city of Denver in a lengthy statement, and he was excited for what's next. He was excited for what's next. Notably, the quarterback did not mention either the Broncos GM or coach. Read this here. Tough times don't last, Wilson wrote in part, but tough people do. As a result of parting ways with the highly paid signal caller, Denver will eat $39 million, but avoid a $37 million guarantee trigger for the 2025 season. That would have taken effect this month. Still, the Broncos will take on $85 million in total dead salary cap over the next 2 years by releasing Wilson, which will be the largest dead cap hit in history. Bro, what is going on with Denver? Denver don't understand what they just did. But what you think about this, Mark? What?
I have a lot
It's a lot
to
of dead money
say.
out there. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
I have a lot to say about the situation as a whole.
Mhm.
um, I'm gonna start with the organization itself. I understand Denver recently went through a transition of ownership. You know, a lot of new blood in the organization. I get that. Um, and I also understand, you know, when you haven't beaten the Raiders since December of 2019, you start to feel like you're in the bottom of the barrel. You feel like you're down in the dumps. So you're really trying to make those desperate moves so you can try and compete with the Raiders. And I get that. But all jokes aside, man, this is a complete organizational failure on multiple levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's rewind the clocks here a little bit, host.
Mm-hmm.
This, in my opinion, is probably the third worst Super Bowl hangover I've ever come across.
Mm-hmm.
Um, only behind us and the Jets
Mm-hmm.
because they literally started 12 different guys at quarterback since they won Super Bowl 50 against Carolina in 2015.
Got to throw Buffalo in there
So
too.
yeah,
Got to throw
yeah,
Buffalo in there.
yeah. I was going off of winners, but I got
I got you. I got you.
but,
I got you, bro.
but this is just a complete organizational failure in the sense of like they've had a constant carousel of quarterback. They've sucked at free agents.
Mm-hmm.
They've sucked at drafting Trevor Simeon, Paxton Lynch. Drew Lock wasn't bad, but I feel like they gave up on him too quick. And then Russ. I really feel like they overestimated where they were a couple of years ago and felt like they were a quarterback away when they had Vic Fangio's the defensive coordinator, Bradley Chubb, and Von Miller on defense. They were a really good team on that side of the ball, and I guess they felt like they were a quarterback away. Come to find out, they were more than a quarterback away, and they had a lot of holes to fill on offense, particularly with the offensive line with their skill position players. So instead of trying to build a team around the quarterback, they completely gutted the offense, got rid of Drew Lock, got rid of former first round pick Noah Fant at tight end, gave up a bunch of draft capital to go out and get Russell Wilson, and put him with a mishmash offensive line. And really, the best receiver he's had was Cortland Sutton. Jerry Jeudy would disappear and play hide and seek throughout the season. They didn't really have consistent play out of the tight end spot. Running game was hit or miss. So really, Russ didn't have much to work with at his time in Denver. We ain't even gonna talk about the horrific coaching hire they did in Nathaniel Hackett and how bad that was. But then Sean Payton comes in, and then this is where I'm really, really extra confused here, host.
Mm-hmm.
Russell didn't really play all that bad this year. Like, he really pulled them out of the fire multiple times this season. You know, like against the Vikings, against the Bills on primetime Monday Night
He beat
Football.
Buffalo. He beat Kansas City.
They finally gave Pat Mahomes his first loss against the Broncos.
Yeah.
So you're doing all these things. The team is rallying behind him, and he's playing well. And you choose to bench him because you don't want to pay him the injury guarantee in his contract. Really? And then that not only is bad enough you were doing that, but then that news gets public. Now you're really, really looking bad. And if you're a free agent or a veteran player, why the hell would you want to go to Denver? If they are that hesitant to pay you if you get hurt and try and avoid your guarantees, why would you want to go play for them? And I wish Russ the best. I really hate that it's gotten to this point. But Denver, low key, might be the second worst situation in the NFL outside of Carolina, because what do you have to really build with? Because like I just mentioned, you got a ton of voids on the offensive side of the ball, and instead of trying to make moves when you had the opportunity to put a stockpile and reload, you chose to stay put and work with what you got, and it ain't really gotten you nowhere. So Denver really just set themselves back for a good minute, man. I think it's going to be a couple of years before they get relevant again. So if the win streak against the losing streak against the mighty and dominant Las Vegas Raiders continues, I ain't going to complain. But man, that Denver really effed up on this one, man.
It's a lot of dead money, Mark.
It is the most dead money for a singular player in NFL history.
Yeah.
To put it in the help drive that point home, ladies and gentlemen, you could combine the dead cap hit of the second and third place cap hit on that list, and it still wouldn't be enough to measure up to what Russell Wilson is doing.
Mm-mm.
The Russell Wilson contract with the Broncos alone is the first and fourth largest single player dead cap hit in NFL history.
They gave up 2 first rounds for this guy.
And Seattle hit on every last one of them picks too.
Last one, bro. Look at Seattle. You kidding me? Who benefited that? This is
Literally the worst that they got out of that deal was Noah Fant.
This is what, but Mark, this was a train wreck in the making when they gave Russ all this incentives and all this stuff, these moves in his contract, parking spaces, offices. You're a quarterback. You got your own office. What? So now, and part of it is the ownership. Part of it is Hackett. Hackett don't know what's going on. It's his first time coaching. He didn't know what was going on. He still sucked, but he didn't know what's going on. Okay, now here comes old schooler Sean Payton. Sean Payton don't like it. Sean Payton don't like it. Sean Payton comes in, blah, 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 blah. But the thing about Sean Payton is, you know, when you went off on Russell Wilson like that, which is Russell Wilson, we all know is a good guy. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's just a good guy. So you go off on him in front of it was last year when his first season. The players was already throwing him on it. Remember they was throwing him on the bus?
This was Peyton and Russell's first season together.
No, I'm talking about when they had Hackett. Last year.
When they had Hackett, it was at least to me, it was blatantly obvious Russ wasn't the problem. It was Nathaniel Hackett. You saw that in game 1 against Seattle with his horrible clock management.
But you remember, I think they played us when the players was throwing Russell under the bus. What was that?
Yeah,
they was getting on Russell.
It was a game like that when they played the Rams in LA. It got pretty bad like that.
I'm like, damn, man, like this, it's just a train wreck. Like, and the Broncos, I don't think they was aware of the type of guy Russell Wilson was. He's like I said, he's a good guy. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I mean, this guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Like, he's going to Hall of Fame, first ballot.
I don't know now.
I know, right? It's thank you. You got where I was getting at. It's tarnishing his legacy. Okay, now here it is. Sean Payton, a Super Bowl winning coach or whatever. A lot of people say he wouldn't have done that to Drew Brees, and I don't think it really got something to do with color or anything like that. But he just, I mean, that was just unprofessional. That was just totally unprofessional. And it, when you do stuff like that, especially at a quarterback, I could see if he was a goddamn a punter, you know, it'd have been something different. But you're a quarterback. That means you're the leader of the team. You're the head guy on the team. And you do that to your quarterback, it's just not. It's going to make you, the coach, bad. It's going to make your team look bad. It's going to make your quarterback look bad. And guess what the morale going to do?
But that's the crazy thing about it. Even though it felt like off rip, Peyton didn't like Russ. He didn't mess with him. He didn't want him. And he couldn't wait to get rid of him. They were still clicking together on the field. Like the product spoke for itself. They were winning some pretty good games in front of a national audience. So personalities might not. You know what I
They had to keep it professional though. They had to keep it professional.
You know what I liken it to on a not. It wasn't as intense, but it reminds me in a sense of how we'll go old school with you host. How back in the day Barry Switzer and Troy Aikman didn't get along off the field, but on the field they were winning games. You know what I mean?
It was. Yeah. They both did what they had to do. They sucked it up.
Right.
You know, they sucked it up and did what they had to do. That could have happened this time, but I mean, you could tell when it just said Russell. You know, when he said "tough times don't last," and he wrote "but tough people do." He didn't say anything about Sean Payton or George Patton. He didn't say anything about him.
Can't say I blame him.
Exactly. So you could tell there's a lot of tension between them two or three. So it's just not working. Okay. So here it is. Now you got 39 million that you about to eat. So that means Russ can go. I'm just throwing spitballs, Mark. Don't. Let's say he played for the Raiders, right? Denver is paying. You know what I'm saying? Denver is paying that. They paying that tab. They so dumb. They are so dumb. Yeah, they're paying the tab. Anywhere he goes, not even the Raiders. Anywhere he goes, Denver is paying the tab. God, how dumb can you get? See how emotions affect you, being in your feelings affect your business decisions. This is dumb.
Yeah.
Now they did avoid 37 million. That's the trigger, the 37 million in 2025 that they will owe him. That they avoided that. Okay. All right. So the Broncos will take on 85 million in total. 85 million, Mark. That's insane.
That money is like a couple of players' salary right there.
Mark Davis paid 85 just to get McDaniels out. 85 million. And he just throw it away. Blah. We don't want him no more. You couldn't deal with this guy for another season. He was that bad that you can't deal with that guy. Russell Wilson? You couldn't deal with him. You couldn't be professional for one season. So now you're going to pay the tab?
It was because of that injury guarantee, host. The two sides did not want to budge, and I don't blame Russell at all. It was similar to what the Raiders went through with Derek Carr. When you start trying to take away a player's injury guarantee, that's when you're crossing the line.
Yeah. This is, man, it's terrible. But now, Mark, I want you to see this. Russell Wilson, right? One hand. Pete Carroll. See how they want to get away from each other?
Now they both out.
Both of them ain't got a job. These two guys won a Super Bowl together. Had one of the greatest defenses known to man, Legion of Boom, behind them in their offense.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. This is like they keep saying this is compared to Herschel Walker, the dumbest trade ever. You know, Herschel Walker thing. This is about there. This is there. This ain't about it. I think this is the dumbest. This is the dumbest trade in probably
especially when you take into consideration the cap hit, not just the bevy of draft picks, but the cap hit.
85. Yeah. And you couldn't deal with this guy for one more season. He was that bad, that rotten. Russell Wilson, was he really? He had 3,000 yards, Mark, with 28 touchdowns and only 8 interceptions.
That's the most unfathomable part about it. You were winning with him.
He did his job on the field.
And he did his job off the field. You don't never hear about Russ doing or saying something stupid or getting in trouble. So if he's good off the field and you're winning with him on the field, but the only issue is your personality doesn't mesh well with his. Mm-hmm. Personalities be damn, man. I mean, we're here to be professionals at the end of the day. I ain't gotta like you. You ain't gotta like me. Let's just make this money and get these championships. That'll be my mindset with it.
That's what I'm saying. Let's chop it up like men, talk about it, shake hands, come out of the locker room, and do what we do. But I'm not gonna lose 85 million just because I feel some type of way. No,
because you're gonna handicap. You're handicapping the hell out of your team.
Yeah.
Again, I bring it up almost every show. This is another reason why there needs to be a separate salary cap for quarterbacks than the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Because respectfully, I don't know the details. I'm not in Denver. I'm not in that locker room. But Sean Payton and them's personality clash with Russell really just screwed the entire team. Like your personal feelings and emotions just outweighed the entire team. We'd be ripping a player apart in the media if he put his own personal feelings ahead of the team. Like if he lost his cool and got into a fight and got ejected or something like that, we'd be ripping him.
Now, guess what, Mark? Now you're looking for a quarterback, but there's none in the free agency. So you have to draft a quarterback. You have to, but you got to trade up to get a quarterback, but you ain't got nothing to give. And now you giving up 80. You giving up 39.
They absolutely have, in my opinion, no choice but to either draft a quarterback, which they haven't been good at doing,
Or
or
start Jerry Stidham. You got no choice. Your back is against the
yeah.
wall.
But he the only quarterback on contract. Him and
He's
Ben
the only
DiNucci
quarterback.
from the XFL. So,
But they can. I mean, you can give, as James Brown said, chicken change. You can give Jerry Stidham a little chicken change, and you can get like you said, Ben DiNucci. You can get nickels and pennies to come in to back up. But why would you want to do that when the AFC alone? Not I ain't talking about the NFC. The AFC alone is gradually coming up. You got Aaron Rodgers coming back. You look at that whole look at that.
just look at their division.
Exactly. You got John in our division. You got, of course, you got the Chiefs and Taylor Swift and the Chiefs. You got the Chargers with Harbaugh now. You got Raiders with Pierce. Like
The team
everybody's
that you
coming up,
haven't beaten since 2019.
right? So
Even with Josh McDumbass as our head coach, we still swept them, bro.
you see what I'm saying? Like you now you're falling back. Well, you need to be going forward. Look, everybody's going. The Houston Texans won the division, and they won 3 games last year. Come on, everybody's coming up. Everybody's going up. Look at the Detroit Lions division.
Yeah,
You know, all these lower ranked teams that was in the past are now coming up. Denver, you thought you was coming up with Russell, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, of course, and guess what? It ain't working out. But it seemed like it ain't working out. I'm not there to be, pass judgment or whatever, but I don't think the problem was with Russ. I think it's the problem with the organization.
yeah. I put me personally. I put 90% of the blame on the organization and split the other 10% between Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, and the GM. But I predominantly blame the organization because, again, if you go back a couple of years before they made this deal, they really thought they were a quarterback away from contending when that really wasn't the case.
Yeah.
And what me personally, again, what they should have done, I would have kept Vic Fangio because he had that defense humming.
Yeah.
And if he didn't feel confident in Drew Lock, I would have either drafted somebody else or gotten a free agent that I wouldn't have had to trade the farm to go out and get.
Absolutely. I would do the same thing, man. But man, you talking about a whole. Here's another. They like I think you said Carolina earlier. They're like the Carolina. They're like the Carolina Panthers of the AFC.
The only difference is they have first round picks this year in the draft.
Exactly, but they don't get any dogs. They don't get any dogs.
PS2 is the last one, man.
That's it.
I got mad love for him and Courtland Sutton.
Oh, absolutely.
But again, I feel like if they were going to go down this route, they should have cleaned house last season. When they made it abundantly clear Russell was going to be benched and was not going to return to the starting lineup, and you knew what you were about to get into cap-wise.
It's a bad rabbit hole to go down.
PS2 would have been traded. Courtland Sutton would have been traded because you could have gotten some serious capital back for those guys.
Yeah.
But
that's a bad rabbit hole to go down. So now you don't even have anything to offer to come up. What you gonna offer Arizona? What you gonna offer Chicago? Well, you can't do nothing with Chicago.
Well, they got first round picks now. So the draft capital part of the trade is done with. So they have from 2024 onward, they have their first round picks.
Okay.
So they got that part of the trade, or like I said, they still got Sutton and PS2 they can trade.
But do you think they have enough to take a swing at J.J. McCarthy, Drake May, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, Caleb Williams, Trey Daniels? You actually think they have enough to take a swing at them? No, they don't.
Respectfully, I wouldn't want them to, because you're going to go back down the Carolina Panthers route in the sense of, yes, quarterback is the most important position in football. You really can't win without it. But again, your offensive line is shaky. You don't really have consistent play from the running backs. Your only offensive weapon is Courtland Sutton. So If it was me and I was Denver, I'm going to take advantage of all those other teams trying to trade back in the draft. I'm going to sit tight, try to accumulate some draft capital, and we're going to build this thing from the inside out. I'm going to invest heavily in the offensive line. I'm going to give me a good running back. It's a lot of good backs in this draft. Like, I would look at Blake Corum from Michigan, good bell cow back to pair with Williams that they got from UNC a couple years ago. Get Cortland Sutton another running mate because respectfully, Jerry Jeudy ain't it.
No.
That might have been the worst wide receiver picked out of that draft outside of Henry Ruggs, to tell you the truth.
She's Nick.
Nothing. Like Steve Smith said, man, he's just a jag. definitely try to upgrade that tight end position. Logan Thomas is a free agent if you want to go after him. Gabe Davis is about to be a free agent. Yeah, man, me personally, I would just try to accumulate draft capital at this point and just try to rebuild that offensive side of the ball before I even think about a quarterback. Because what's the use of having a young generational talented quarterback if he's going to be in a Bryce Young situation, devoid of talent on the offensive line and devoid of offensive weapons? You're going to ruin his career.
You ruin his career just like you ruined Russell's. He went 11-19. 11-19 as a quarterback, starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos. 63.
To be real, you could really discount that first year that he was there because Nathaniel Hackett was, without a question,
he was
the second worst coach in football.
Oh boy!
Josh McDermott.
Oh yeah. 6,000 yards, 6,594, 42 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. That's in 2 years. Yeah, that's in 2 years, Mark. So he was averaging 20 per season, throwing a touchdown. Denver boasted one of the worst offensive overall with Wilson at quarterback, just scoring 18.9. They did not score a lot of points. They was 26 in offense last year. 26. 27th since 2022. It went. It's
there won't no talent.
None.
I keep going back to that. Like, there really was nothing for him to work with.
You shot your shot on Russell and didn't think to get anything to add with him. You just went and got, that's Russell Wilson. Seattle Seahawks, 12-man, blah, 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 blah. Wow. Okay, now you got him. Now what? Now you're going to work with Jerry Jeudy and Sutton? Come on, man. It's terrible. It's a bad move. Like Philly G said, I think they're going to pay for it. They're paying for it literally. It's just a terrible move, terrible business move. I know Denver fans is like, man, where's John Elway when you need him?
They should not want anything to do. John Elway, part of the reason why they in this mess. If I'm being honest, if you really want to open that can of worms,
he probably would have made a better decision than Patton. Jesus,
I don't know. You got to remember, Elway is the same dude that drafted Brock Osweiler and Paxton Lynch.
Yeah, he is a gambler.
Literally, they got into the mess that they were in because of John Elway. Respectfully, I got mad love for the legend of the game, but respectfully, he the reason why they in the predicament they in.
It's facts. It's facts, man. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Elway. Damn, boy, Denver. I'm just reading this, man. It's so jacked up. It's gonna take him a few years to get out of this. Holy smoke!
It's cool with me.
It's cool with me too. I don't care.
Now here's the real question, host. Where do you think Russ is gonna go?
You took my question. Good and great question too. Only team that's really out with two teams that really jump out there that I could say that can really. He's not going to be a backup. You cannot put Russell Wilson as a backup. It's not going to work. He's not. He's still good. They would say, "Oh, he's 35 years old. He washed up." You're not washed up when you throw 28 touchdowns in the season, especially with an offense like that, and you still throw 28 touchdowns. No, bro, you still got it. But anyway, Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons got everybody right here on as far as what they're going to do as quarterback, because they can go all kind of avenues. The power's in Atlanta's hand, which is good, because they can get Kirk Cousins. They got the money for him. They can get Kirk Cousins, or they can get Russell, or they can just wait. They can just sit back in the draft and wait. So it's good for Atlanta. They got all kind of options. Atlanta Falcons and the Redskins. The Commanders. No, only two. They're number two. And I only say Washington because Dan Quinn. With a relationship with Dan Quinn, I know offense, defense, or whatever. But I mean, they know each other. They know each other. At least he has Terry McLaurin and Johan Dotson. Got them two decent receivers that he can deal with or play with instead of than Judy and Sutton. I like Sutton. But Judy,
Sutton the truth. 14 the truth.
yeah.
Jerry Judy, no.
No. So I see either Washington, but I would see him more in Washington than Atlanta because Atlanta is a little bit youth wise. I don't know if Russell can. I ain't gonna say keep up, but I don't know. I don't think that relationship is gonna work. But Russell's a fired up guy, man. He gets you fired up or whatever. But I don't know if the young boy's gonna deal. That's a whole young team and a young coach. I don't think that's gonna work in Atlanta. I definitely see Washington with a good base with Dan Quinn, who is a former head coach. And I would love to see what he got in Kingsbury's offense.
Yeah,
how can you do that? Kingsbury's gonna bring that West Coast. He's gonna bring that all day long.
See what he can do with guys that are built like Russ.
God, yeah, he's gonna bring that West Coast for sure.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a whole new Redskin. Commander, Commander offense. But if I was Washington, I'll be taking a look at Russ like right now because what it's not hurting him, bro. It's not hurting him. Hit 39 on the table right there. That's half of the tab right there. Sign him for 2 years and go from there. Do it in increments. Don't give him a home run like these dummies and gave him 5 years. 5 years, 242 million. 5 years, 242 million. Dumb. Do it in increments. 2 years. 2 years. I'll say the Redskins though. Sam Howell. Let Sam Howell back up. Let Sam Howell learn from Russ. Similar type playing style a little bit. Both can run still. Howell can run.
Howell, especially at the goal line. I mean,
Howell can run now. So let him learn there, and it's going to do the Redskins some good because they're trying to keep up with Dallas, Philly. You got Philly at the top, Dallas, and then the Giants. But
we don't know what the hell they're gonna look like next year.
We don't know what they're gonna do, but you got to keep up with Philly and Dallas.
Yeah,
got to keep up with Philly and Dallas. So that'll be good for them. What you think, bro? I love this.
It's funny because with the two teams that you mentioned, you can almost plug and play just about any quarterback and they be put in a very good position to succeed with both of those rosters. Mm-hmm. If it were me, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm looking at Minnesota with Q-Dog, and the reason I mentioned them is because you got to pay Justin Jefferson pretty soon, and like you mentioned, Denver's on the hook. Denver's on the hook money-wise for Russ for the next couple of years. So really, you get him this year. You can pay him minimum money this year because Denver's already gonna be padding his bank account. You sign him to a 2-year deal, make the second year really the year where you got to pay him the money because that's the void year with Denver. And you go from there. Because I feel like with Kurt, what might mess them up there is, Kirk Cousins is all about the guaranteed money in his contracts. And him coming off of that major injury, on top of them also having to pay Justin Jefferson, the Vikings might not want to pay Kirk Cousins the guaranteed money he's looking for. Mm-hmm. So that would fit them cap-wise. Mm-hmm. But skill set-wise, what's the one thing Russell Wilson does better than just about anybody else in professional football?
Throw the long ball.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What do the Vikings have on offense that would excel with that long ball? Jordan Addison. You get Jordan Addison, a quarterback who can throw that long ball better than just about anybody this side of Daryl LaMonica. Mm-hmm. Imagine what that's going to do for T.J. Hawkinson and Justin Jefferson in the game. Russ would really elevate that offense with his style of play, in my opinion. I think that'd be a home run fit. Mm-hmm. If not there, then I think Washington would be pretty good, just because with the weapons that they have. But predominantly, I'd be looking at Minnesota for Russ.
You
From
know,
skill
that's a good
set.
idea. I'm with you, but I think Minnesota's going to keep Kirk Cousins. I told Q that. I said it would be wise for Minnesota, and I know he's pricey as hell, but it would be wise for Minnesota to keep Kirk Cousins because they already got this connection, this chemistry already with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was in an MVP type season, man, before he went down, and he was on fire, bro. But he went down. It's always when you're on fire you get hurt. But I think he should stay there. I think they should just sign for one more year. But Minnesota, if not though, Mark, I think you're right on the head with it. Minnesota would be the perfect spot for Russell Wilson. It would be the perfect spot because Kevin O'Connell is a pass first guy. It's going to be passing, passing. And like you said, that moon ball, man, that Russell throw that moon ball. So I definitely agree with that. With him and Justin, oh God, yeah, and Addison and T.J. Hawkinson, and they have. But Ty Taylor's a pretty good running back too. So yeah,
that's the only thing that they really need to upgrade in the draft or the
running back.
agencies.
And you can get a running back, right? Hell, Saquon Barkley's on the market right now. He's not going back to the Giants. He's not going back.
But at the same time, because you're Minnesota, I feel like you'd almost exclusively have to be looking at the draft for a running back because you got to pay 18.
Got to pay 18.
You can't afford not to pay that, and so
yeah. First things first, though. That got to be first things first. That's what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins could walk. He could walk. It will be best. I don't know, man. It's such a dilemma because here it is. You got Kirk Cousins, your starting quarterback who knows the system. Then you got your all-pro, all-star, wide receiver, your best player on your team. Damn.
Yeah, but long-term, who gives you a brighter future?
Justin.
That's another part of the equation.
Yeah, Justin. I got it. He's a playmaker.
Between Russell and Kirk, long-term, who'll give you a longer, a longer opportunity and a larger window to.
I'm going to say Russell because he don't get hurt.
Right. That's another reason. This is what I'm saying.
Damn, good point, Mark.
It just makes too much sense for me, like, between the contract, his skill set. It just makes too much sense.
Yeah, it does. He played that.
It ain't like he ain't used to playing in the cold because he did go to University of Wisconsin, so you got to go to Green Bay. He ain't gonna be that bad.
Shit, you do. You gotta go to Green Bay.
Yeah, but he played at Wisconsin, so he.
Yeah, but this is Lambeau, bro. Like, this is the real deal. Like, this is
Madison, Wisconsin ain't no joke either now.
But damn, you that guy, man. It got a hell of a dilemma in Minnesota. They got money.
It felt like weren't they just in the same position a couple years ago, like Case Keenum or Kirk Cousins?
Yeah, exactly. But it worked out for them because they went with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins balled out.
Yeah.
And Case Keenum was good too, though. But I think Case Keenum was on more of a roll. He was hot. He was just one of them hot, like Flacco was this season.
Yeah.
He was just hot. Then he flamed out at the end. So, and Mark, you gotta be thinking on this one, man. I don't know, man. You gotta be thinking, bro. Like, what?
Unless you want to send him to hell and put him in Carolina.
Oh God, no. Yeah. Like I said, man, the Falcons or the Redskins, bro. Falcons or the Redskins. They're the only two. Everybody else got a quarterback.
I'll give you Atlanta. But if you're Washington,
you can't go to Tampa. Baker Mayfield, they finna get ready to sign him. They finna give him some more money. He just put Mike Evans. Mike Evans is God damn with that contract, Mike Evans. Boy, Tampa just rolling the dice, ain't it?
Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Mike Evans?
Hey, bro.
Mike Evans don't set the world on fire.
Ask Darius Slay and them Eagles about Mike Evans. That's not even a shot. I'm just stating facts.
Jesus. Mike Evans, bro. I like Mike Evans, but I mean, hey, Baker Mayfield, he get one more weapon. They Tampa
in a perfect world, I ain't gonna hold you. In a perfect world, Tampa doesn't resign Baker, and Baker puts on the silver and black for a couple years.
Baker?
In a perfect world, that would happen for me.
Oh hell no! I don't know. Hey, I think Baker. I mean Baker, man. You talk about showing up, what's the word I'm looking for? Re-establishing his career. I think Russ gonna do the same thing because remember Kurt Warner did it too. Kurt Warner won a Super Bowl with the Rams. Then he went to the Giants and sucked, got benched, but he took Arizona to the Super Bowl. Like you know what I'm saying? So you can you got a chance. You just got to get that right system. You got to get that right system, man.
But the key thing with whether you look at Kurt, Peyton, or Tom Brady, the key thing with those guys was they walked into teams that already had a lot of talent around them for them to work with. So that's another key piece of the puzzle. So
yeah, that's a major piece. I agree with you on that. You got to get that guy, whoever Russ goes to, he has to have something to work with. He's a star quarterback. You have to really put some. I mean, that's any quarterback. Hell, you got to give them something to work with. He had nothing in Denver. He had nothing. Hell, in that case, you should have moved DK Metcalf and Doug Baldwin up with him. I mean, not Doug Baldwin. I'm sorry, Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
God damn.
Doug Baldwin was his original Batman.
Yeah. Doug Baldwin
was the original partner.
Ooh, the moonshots he used to throw to Doug Baldwin. Holy smoke. Be sitting there looking for days at that ball. Russ be throwing it, boy. Ooh, Russ can throw that thing. But yeah, I would like to see the guy, man. Yeah, we all know everybody likes Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. We've seen miraculous comebacks from the guy. The guy, man, he just surefire. It sucks that he had to go through this situation, but I think he got his head up. He's definitely going to be a starting quarterback in 2024 for sure. Hell, he might be starting. He might have a team by next week. So let's hope so for the brother, man, because I like him, man. It sucks how he got treated, but most likely there's always the diamond in the rough. Whatever, because again, I said Kurt Warner won a Super Bowl, the greatest show on turf, 99 with the Rams. Okay, then he goes to the Giants, and he's the backup. Then they bench him, right? Okay, after that, he's kind of like lost in the shuffle, and all of a sudden, he goes to Arizona and takes the Arizona Cardinals to the Super Bowl, and they was hot that year.
Look at us, man. Jim Plunkett, he was one of the biggest busts in NFL history up until he came and got with the silver and black and won some chips.
It's a resurgence, man. It can happen. You just got to get the right system. Donovan McNabb, same way. I mean, come on, man.
I don't know about all that.
No, I take that back. He ain't doing nothing.
McNabb fell off of a cliff after he left Philadelphia.
Yeah. That's right. My bad.
Ask Q-Dog how that worked out for him.
Yeah, all right, so I had to say Peyton Manning, but that's Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Come on. That's Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning is just Peyton Manning. No matter where you go. It don't matter.
He came back from a very significant neck injury to having the most high-powered offense in the NFL. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Major neck injury, boy. Like you can still see it to this day,
He made our lives hell for a couple years.
Man, what you talking about? We could not beat. But remember that game though when Charles Wood said he picked off everybody except Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Boy, he got him.
He was happy, boy.
Yeah, he got him, boy. He was waiting on that one and got him. He said he picked off everybody in that field except for that dude right there, and he got him. Good old days. I still see I follow Seawood on Instagram. I'm like, man, Seawood, you looking good, bro. You can shoot up one more time.
Nah, bro.
Hey, it's in him, but it ain't outside. Internally, yeah, but not externally,
bro.
Huh?
He chilling enjoying TV.
Yeah, yeah, he drinking. He got that wine and stuff, man. He don't wine on now. So he got his own little joint now. Oh man, good old day. Take me back. Well, that is it, man. We are done with this thing here, man. We're gonna get on out of here. God, take me back. I got what's in memories in my head, man.
Boy, what could have been?
Man, what you talking about?
If it weren't for that damn call, what could have been?
I know, man. Damn. We would have had we'd have beat the Rams, bro. We'd have smashed the Rams.
We would have gone back to back. What you mean?
Yeah, we'd have smashed them. Ladies and gentlemen, I know, man. Damn. That's our show for today, man. As always, we want to thank you for watching another episode of Sports to Talk About, man. You guys go ahead and hit that thumbs up. And if you think this is a cool podcast to watch each and every week, man, hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications so you won't miss an episode of the Real Sports Podcast. You will not miss an episode. Speaking of episode, there he is.
Hey, man, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Man, it's a great time to be a sports fan right now. You got WrestleMania coming up. About time for the NFL draft. The NBA Finals about to be here before you know it. Baseball's about to start back. Almost time for the Stanley Cup playoffs pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, we are just 25 days away from the return of the United Football League.
Yes, baby. Sir. Let's go, baby.
Football is almost back, ladies
real
and gentlemen.
Football.
Hold on a little bit longer.
Hey, Mark, real football.
Hey, bro.
Man football. God dang. Also, man, we are a month away from the 2024 draft. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I mentioned the draft too.
Eyes and ears. Oh, my bad.
You gotta mention the draft, man.
Got to, man. Eyes and ears. What is it? Come on. It's Thursday through Sunday.
Yep.
I never watched the third round, but I might watch the whole thing this time, bro. Yeah, third round's terrible. Yeah.
Nah, bro, if you want to be a football fan.
Yeah, I know, man. If you want to
be a football fan, you gotta watch rounds 1 through 7.
I know, man. But it's just too slow. They getting faster every year. They're getting faster.
Hell, do you want to go back to the old days and it was like 15, 20 rounds?
Yes, exactly. It was terrible. Yeah. It was really.
They did all that in one night, host.
I know. It was Tackling Blue, but Tackling Blue, man, he's just so slow. Like,
I'm talking about Pete Rozelle era, dog. Like,
oh damn.
John Madden was like a 15th round pick. You know?
Oh yeah.
They were doing like rounds 1 through 17 in one night, like one sitting.
Pete Rozelle, his terrible icon. Never look at the camera. He always looking up when he talk. What you looking at, Pete?
Yeah, we don't talk about Pete Rozelle.
I know, Raider hater.
The biggest Raider hater of all, bro.
The biggest. Oh man, real quick. Did you see that? What is it? The hologram when they showed Al Davis and Pete Rozelle.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh man, it was. What was that? You might have Googled it. It is really good, Mark. It was the battle, or it was a document between Al Davis and Pete Rozelle, and they was doing the actual hologram like how they did Tupac, but it was Rozelle like smoking a cigarette and everything, bro. Yeah. It was a real deal. You might want to Google that, bro. When you see it, you're gonna be like. You're gonna be like, yo, this is real. And they in Allegiant Stadium. They in 2 different rooms, of course, because they can't be the same room. Not them two. No. But yeah, check it out, bro. It's good.
I got you.
It's good. All right, man. We'll be back in the building this Saturday. More NFL and NBA talk, man. The Q Dog will be back. The dog. And hopefully, man, the Trigger Man. The Trigger Man will be back, man. I'm talking about Justin. Justin will be back in the building, man. He's gonna stop by, man. And most of all, we want you to stop by. We want you to stop on back by, man, this Saturday at 1 p.m. live right here on YouTube. Right, and right after that, man, we're gonna open up the grand open. We're gonna have the grand open finally, Mark. Come get your hair cut.
Okay.
The barbershop. We got a new show, man. The Man Show. It is called the Man to Man Barbershop, and it is opening up this weekend right after the Real Sports Talk Show, man. We finally opening this thing up. Finally. So again, that's a show where men sits among men, and we just talk about men things, no sports related, nothing, for 1 full hour. Come in there and get your hair cut, because that's where all the great men conversations and ideas and everything. I know I get a lot of ideas just from the brothers. Me and Mark go to the same barbershop. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Heads Up, man, over there in Gay City, man. Hey, I'm telling you, some good brothers in them come up with some good stuff, good talk in them, man. So that's why I turned this thing into the barbershop. And again, that is coming up this Saturday, right after the Real Sports Talk Show, man. So you guys come through. We want you guys to come through, sit down, get a haircut, enjoy yourself, jump on the live chat, say what you need to say. We right here, man. And so, and of course, y'all know my saying, man, everybody around the world, ladies and gentlemen, be safe and stay safe. On behalf of myself, I'm host. That's episode. We out.